Welcome back. Sleep expert and founder of Baby's Best Sleep, Amanda Jewson, joins us with some tips for the entire family on how to maintain great sleep habits that last the entire year. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Bob. How are you?
Good. So this is a back to school time of year, and that's important as well. With kids, how much sleep do children need?
You know, parents are often surprised to learn, my child is in school now. They don't need as much sleep as they used to. But in fact, the American Academy of Pediatrics last month released that small children, still need up to 10 hours of sleep. So I'm thinking of my new kids to school, my junior kindergartners. They are still going to need upwards of 10 hours of sleep. And many of those young kids are skipping naps for the first time. So parents may find that they come home and they're so pooped. On those days, you might want to offer an earlier bedtime of around 6:30, just to bridge the gap and make up for that lost sleep.
Yeah.
Children 10 plus, they still need upwards of 9 to 11 hours of sleep. Again, this is pretty surprising for our parents. And again, these middle schoolers, this is the first time these kiddos are bringing home devices. So they might have computers or iPads for the first time. Parents need to get those out of the room to encourage better sleep. And our teens, 14 plus, are still going to need upwards of 9 hours of sleep a night.
Yeah, now with teens, they're not producing melatonin as much, are they? That tends to slow down.
It doesn't necessarily slow down. It starts at a different time, which actually freaks out parents because they go to bed and, our melatonin starts at around 6, let's say, and then we want to go to bed at around 10. But our teens, they don't actually start producing melatonin until much later in the evening. So they're wide-eyed and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at 10 or 11. So it can make falling asleep challenging. It can make those early mornings challenging for our teens who have to go to school early. What I suggest to those parents, let your teen sleep in up to 2 hours each day on the weekend to make up for any lost sleep during the week.
And there's no shortage of studies on just how important sleep is for all ages.
Yeah. No, there isn't. I think that what we need to think about overall is how are we living our lives and how conducive that is to sleep. So some of the more common pitfalls we see around sleep are screen time before bed. We are all glued to our phones, to our computers. We really want to have some space before bed. Number 2, we have too many activities. Grown-ups and kids, we get home from our long day, we rush. We don't have any wind down time before bed.
We're all wound up instead.
100%.
Yeah.
Try
now,
to plan some. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Eating too? Is that eating too late? Is that an issue?
Yeah, depending on where your circadian rhythm is, and for most adults, we want to eat maybe between 6 and 8 and be in bed at around 10 or 11. A lot of people are eating late dinners right before bed, and we're headed to bed with a full tummy, trying to digest. It's just not conducive to sleep. You want at least 1 hour in between dinner and bedtime.
Okay, now as we transition out of a very active summer and get into the school year, we got to move bedtime backwards. So what are your tips for shifting that and getting into the new routine?
For sure. So, tonight everyone's going to want to throw themselves in bed really early. I'm going to have an early night, but if you've had late nights for the last, 2 months, your body's going to say, we don't do that. Our whole body rhythm is set for a later time. And humans, we don't like to go to bed early. Our body clock does not like that. So what I suggest is actually give yourself a little grace. Tonight, start by 15 minutes at a time. And it might take you a little bit. You might be a little bit tired for this week. But ideally, by next week or the week after, your body will have shifted a little bit earlier, so long as you are also making sure that you're waking up earlier at the same time every day.
Okay, more great tips online. You being the founder and CEO of Baby's Best Sleep, that's the go-to. So we'll link up your website and socials. Amanda Jewson, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.